Liana K's successfully funded Kickstarter LadyBits inspired me to talk a bit about one of my favorite overlooked games.
The Misadventures of Tron Bonne!
The Misadventures of Tron Bonne offers a lot of material that might challenge the typical ways in which feminist analysis looks at female characters. Is Tron a good female lead in gaming? Is she bad? Both? Let's take a look. The Misadventures of Tron Bonne is a spin-off of Mega Man Legends, itself a spin-off of Mega Man. If you haven't heard of this obscure spin-off of a slightly less obscure spin-off, you may still have heard of the debacle with Legends 3, or met Tron from her appearances in other series like Marvel vs. Capcom. The story follows the Bonne family, a group of flying pirates who build robots and mechs. Tron's older brother has fallen into debt with the mob after taking out a loan to build their new airship home, which Mega Man will triumphantly destroy in the parent series. After both her brothers are captured by the crime family, it falls to Tron to come up with the money to free them, by stealing everything that isn't nailed down and several things that are, leaving devastation in her mech suit's wake. The game's signature feature is the ability to command Tron's minions, the Servbots, to attack, steal, and otherwise interact with her environment. The game is a bit short and a bit easy, but it more than compensates for this with tons of personality and several modes of play, including action, adventure, and RPG modes. Just avoid the puzzle mode if you don't have a guide. There's plenty of more fun ways to steal. So how does this game relate to women in gaming? I'll be posing a series of questions and letting you be the judge. I wonder if this is at all similar to the format LadyBits will take. First, let's look at Tron herself. Originally a villain in Mega Man Legends, Tron is the game's anti-hero. Her personality is a sort of a cross between Pokemon's Jessie and Misty, even sharing a voice actress with the latter in the Japanese version. Tron's general personality is a familiar archetype to anime fans. She's a tsundere, a personality type that hides her emotions behind an angry, irritable exterior, and typically wields slapstick violence against those she loves. Since this is a common archetype, some may write her off as a cliché, but tsunderes are typically in supporting roles and rarely get to be protagonists. Does Tron's aggressive personality help make her a strong protagonist, or not? Tron's look, especially her hair, is iconic. She offsets the dreaded feminine pink with her skull accessories and otherwise villainous color scheme. I've heard mixed remarks about whether she has a sexualized design. In the plus column, she wears tight hose and an odd metal codpiece. But she also has a de-emphasized chest, she has very little skin, and I'd like to hear which demographics are attracted to such severe hair. Is her design sexualized, or not? If so, does this detract from her value as a character? Tron's most important relationship in the game are with her 40 invention/children, the Servbots. They form the bulk of her interactions, and are often the means for acting on her environment. They worship and are eager to please her, and she loves and cares for them in turn, giving this game a sense of family camaraderie I can't remember observing anywhere else.
You win, Miss Tron! Did you get everything? All right then, let's go home! Yes, Miss Tron!
Is her maternal relationship with the Servbots a feminine stereotype, or an underexplored dynamic that adds to her uniqueness as a game protagonist? While Tron loves her Servbots, she also has an abusive side to her that carries over from her villain role in the main series.
You ever learn from your mistakes? How could you do this again? When we get back, I'm gonna have to punish all of you! Oh no!
If you don't take your Servbots on missions, they'll become lazy and refuse to work for you until you whip them back into shape with a torture minigame. She is also a pirate who guns down police and steals or destroys everything in view without remorse. Does this cruel streak detract from her worth as a protagonist? Does it prevent her from entering a canon of strong female protagonists? Or does it just add to her appeal? Also, should Tron be considered lesser in this theoretical canon of game heroines because she was originally conceived as a villain and did not make her debut as a franchise lead? I'd also like to mention one of the game's most prominent villains.
Huh? What's that?
Glide, the flamboyant enforcer of the loathed crime family. Perhaps surprising for this game's age rating and the time in which it was released, Glide embodies some stark negative gay stereotypes with his effeminate demeanor and darkly flirtatious comments toward Tron's brother Teasel.
Hard man to find, Teasel Bonne. Don't you recognize me? I'm hers. It's me, Glide. I work for Mr. Lowe, remember? I'm sure you know why I've come all this way to find you, don't you, dear? You leave me no choice but to exercise our option. That big body of yours is mine now. Come along.
Anita Sarkeesian wouldn't forgive that one. On the other hand, Glide's kind of cool. He overwhelms Teasel in the prologue, and provides one of the game's more challenging boss fights toward the end. He may not be great gay representation, but I love his sense of style, that theme song, and I too would like an ultimate laser named after me.
Ultimate Glide Laser!
Even though some would say I shouldn't, I find myself quite liking him as a character. Can a character who is negatively stereotyped in one way still be worthwhile in other ways? This next one is about the end of the game, so click the annotation provided if you want to avoid spoilers. The game's last leg finds Tron captured along with her brothers, but she has already arranged a rescue headed by a favorite servbot that you choose. The servbot thereby claims his second billing in the game's Japanese title, Tron and the Servbots. While she takes back control for a boss fight against Glide, she is again forced to turn over the mech to her favorite servbot for the final battle, due to being injured. After winning, the servbot triumphantly soars home to the sound of his mother's approval.
Number 37! Miss Tron! You did a great job! I've got something special for you later! Yay!
Passing the torch to her children for the finale neatly plays into her parental arc, but it does take the spotlight off her in the game's climax. Is Tron's role as a strong protagonist diminished when she's forced to hand the final boss fight to a technically male character? And one final question. If so, how jaded do you have to be to consider these little guys agents of the patriarchy? Whether or not you find Tron to be a worthy example of a strong female protagonist in games, I think she illustrates how complicated judging someone along these criteria can be. One person's shame can be another's empowerment. It may also be worth it to note that male characters rarely get judged on criteria such as these. Mega Man, for example, is a bit dim, naive, and a bit of a perv, and that's very common for leads in his genre, but I don't see anyone asking about whether characters like him count. In any case, I'm not exactly unbiased towards my favorite obscure game. The Misadventures of Tron Bonne has always been a rare gem, but it was recently released on PlayStation Network for $5.99, and since the actual game can go for over $100 online, I'd say it's quite a steal. Let me know where you came down in response to these questions in the comments. Are you a fan of Tron or not? Either way, thank you for watching.
Better luck next time, huh? See you around! Ugh, the nerve! Just you wait till next time!